Hello, I'm Hugh Tamlin, and welcome to my interview with Nuclear Potato, an amazing Gmod artist who makes wonderful scene builds depicting a detailed, realised, beautifully constructed, fictionalised version of the events from Half-Life, which follows his own lore. I have included his lore document in the description of this video. Now finally, I'll let the man speak for himself.
Half of it for me is just that it's like really fun to use this busted ass engine from 2004 to make these kind of lifelike renders in quotation marks. Who knows if they always turn out like that, but I could just as easily be using Blender or the Unreal Engine or whatever to make art. It would probably be easier than working on Source, but it wouldn't be that fun either. Obviously, given its age, Source has a load of problems with it that can be kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. But at the same time, it's like shockingly flexible in terms of what it can do. Like you can just pull in models from other games, and modeling for it is pretty straightforward too. There's so much you can do when you have absolute control over an environment. Um, and it's also a hobby that is very egalitarian, which is kind of the best way I can think to describe it. There's very little barrier for skill or even hardware, because you have people like Tesser who make insane pieces on their laptop in the deep jungles of Brazil, and just like all these people from all around the world who can all make art on Source because it just runs on anything, and pretty much all it takes to get good is just to make a lot of art, and reading up on photography helps too. I think it's also one of those things where like it's keeping me from doing far worse stuff because if not for Source, I could have easily ended up as one of those people who dedicates their life to writing on the Pooh's Adventures wiki. But the Source engine has given me a kind of a good outlet for my evil autistic urges, so to speak, that is both enjoyable and has some aesthetic value outside of the weird niche community that we have. I do shudder to think what I'd be writing like 80-page fan lore documents about if not for Half Life. That who knows. And I don't think it's good to necessarily look at a hobby in terms of its practical value, but I think working with Source has gotten me a lot of kind of useful knowledge in terms of like graphic design and 3D modeling and photography that, could be useful in the future. Who knows? And finally, there's also like the community itself, which I think is pretty cool, because there are a lot of insane people, but this is not a hobby that you get into if you're not already a little crazy. So whatever. And there are also just a lot of great friends that I've made through Source, and it's weird to imagine what my life would be like if I hadn't met them. And that's why I like Source.